Hey, top realized math and history, and we are going to take a look at there's no letter A in polynomials. Well, there is an A in the word polynomials, but the problem is the question that we're going to go to actually doesn't have a letter A that we're given. So, here's what we're trying to do. Make a polynomial. So, recently, we have been taking a look at these kinds of polynomials on the graph, where we have three x-intercepts. We've also been taking a look at these kind of problems, where we have a function equals these equations. We also find the y-intercept, the zeros, and the degree. But hang on, we're not going to focus on the graphing. We're going to focus on what kind of equation is this, and hang on, what is this anyway? So, we're going to try to actually make the equations and see what happens. So, we're going to say the function of x has to equal something. But, hang on. I'm going to change it to the g of x because that's what it says on the bottom one. Yeah, I have a habit of using f of x, and now we have to change it to g of x. Okay, so g is a fifth degree polynomial. Okay, but x-intercepts are -2, 1, 4, and -1 with a multiplicity of 2. So here's what happens. The function of, the g function of x is going to be equal to the opposites listed right up here. Parentheses, x plus 2, parentheses, x plus 1, no, x minus by 1 because the opposite, parentheses, x minus 4, and last but not least, you're going to have -1, but a multiplicity of 2. So let's see how many objects are on the field. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we have 2. So there are 5 objects on the field. So the first one, check. The second one, check. But what about the last one? When g of 2 is inserted, you get an answer of 144. But there is one little problem that we're still forgetting. Right here, there should be some kind of leading coefficient. Because if there never was a in there, then this equation wouldn't make any sense, and people trying to understand it would just kind of be very confused. What is the letter A in that value? Well, we can solve that by seeing it like this. If you had this, g of 2 equals 144, your teacher or your math test might have it as 2, 144 as a coordinate. If you ever looked at a graph that looked like this, and you don't know what your A value is, when they're asking you to literally find the A value right here, you can literally point to a point where the coordinate matches up with the line on the graph. But in this class, you're going to do that by when the assignment gives you the line, not you make the line, then you plot it, because that's for a higher level course, known as calculus. We did not unlock that ability yet. So let's get started. How do we find the A? We use the coordinate right here. Since the xy coordinate is formatted in x and y, insert 2 in for x, and the result is 144. That means you are going to insert the number 2 into every letter x. Because that will tell you, and that will literally test the function if it will get to 144. And it will also test us to see if you got it actually correct. So, 144 is going to equal 2 plus 2 is 4. Multiply that by 2 minus 1 is 1. Multiply that by 2 minus 4 is -2. Multiply by 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So, we just multiply these 4 numbers. When we do that, we are going to get an answer right here as negative 72. So these multiplied together is going to equal negative 72. But hang on, we still have no idea what that letter A is. And since we have nowhere to go, or since we have somewhere to go, we have a solution. We are going to equal the negative 72a to 144. Use a simple algebra method by dividing by negative 72 and divide this by negative 72, and a is going to equal negative 2. So A is going to equal negative 2. So here is going to be our final equation. G of x is going to equal negative 2, parentheses x plus 2, parentheses x minus 1, parentheses x minus 4, parentheses x plus 1 squared. That is going to be our built-in equation when we figure out the specifications way up here. I hope this video has helped you understand that there is no letter A in polynomials. But yeah, there is one in the word, and yeah, there is one in the actual equation. Thank you for watching Top Penalized Math Industry. Like and subscribe.